All right, hello and welcome to this video. I hope that this time it's working. For some reason, the first part of the video cut off. I don't know why the streaming software did that. But anyway, here we are with the Rivelia from Delonghi. And I've just made it to this point where I have essentially unwrapped it, but not commissioned it yet. So we're going to commission it next. If somebody could let me know in the chat how it's working out, that would be nice. All right, guys, let me know again if you audio and video looking good. Thank you. Yes, it's a Rivelia Superautomatic. I'm using OBS software for not the first time, but the first time I'm trying it on this channel, and it's giving me some problems. So let me just kind of back up a little bit here and show you what we're working with. This is the Rivelia machine. I'm gonna kind of restart a little bit so you can see. I've unwrapped it already. I can't really redo that. But this is the machine itself from the side. Excuse me. I think people are kind of curious about this machine for two reasons, really. One, what are those balloons? Dropping some frames? No, oh, that's too bad. A lot of leg. I don't know what to tell you guys. Let's just wait for a moment, see if it gets better. It tells me drop frames are 0. So the video is jumpy. Well, let me try something. Here it says 60 feet per second. I wonder if I can change it. Feet per second, frames per second. If I can change that. Stream. It's okay now. All right, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. It would be great if I had somebody to help me with this kind of stuff. I should be better at it, but I just don't quite get it. So anyway, this is the machine itself, and it's got a cute design. It's got rounded corners here. You can see that it is smaller than most Superautomatics from the width here. So the width is a mere 20 centimeters. If you add on the water, great. If you add on the water tank, it's I think 24, 25. So it's pretty nice and thin. It's going to fit better in some kitchens where you don't have a lot of space. Now, one thing that's interesting about it is if you open up this little side part here, it's got a brew group, which is a little bit smaller than the previous Delonghi brew groups. I do imagine it's going to probably pack the coffee in a little deeper so that you can still get your, I hope, 12 grams or so. I don't know if this one does the WO Plus where you can get up to 15 grams. We'll have to wait and see about that. But there's two things I have to tell you that I like a lot about Delonghi, and one is that removable brew group. So if that ever fails, all you have to do is you can replace it, or you can probably fix it. With Jura machines, you don't have any access to that. Also, for Jura machines, you don't have access to the grinder either. So let's take a quick look at the grinder here. So this grinder looks to me to be the same one that they've got in all of their Superautomatic machines. It is a stainless steel grinder, a conical one, and it's got 13 steps. So I'm going to put it right at 3.5. That's normally where I start, and with a fresh bean, that gives me pretty good extraction, pretty good crema. I have even stalled these before if I go finer than that. So we're going to check that out. Something else that I really, Jura is pronounced with a Y sound because it comes from Switzerland. So in German, you pronounce the J. It's not like Jesus. They say Jesus, or in this case, Jura. So anyhow, another thing I really like over Jura is the fact this is a stainless steel drip cover plate. Now on the Juras, everything has become plastic. You go take a look there at the stores, every single Jura, even the expensive ones, they have plastic drip tray covers, and that is a shame. Here's where the empty grounds are going to go. Here's the carriage for that. And here's the drip tray. You can see it's not very big. This is a smaller machine in general. Nice to see you guys in the comments, by the way. I do appreciate that. That's always fun. If you wouldn't mind, write where you are watching from. Brazil, USA, Canada, Europe. Let me know. Are you watching from Germany? Wherever. Okay. So, but really, I think the reason, I'm glad that you did like the Meraki coverage. The reason that this Rivelia, Honolulu, nice. The reason that people are so excited about this particular Superautomatic is, one, it looks cute. Like, I can imagine a lot of people think it's a cute looking machine. Secondly, look at this, 2 bean canisters. Nice. So that means you can put decaf in this one, caffeinated in this one, and then, so what you can do is, like in the morning, you can have yourself caffeinated beverages. In the afternoon, just put on the decaf. And it gives you the option on here to either make a drink with the remaining beans in there. It's like, I think, 10 grams that remain. So you do have to purge them out either in the form of a drink or in the form of just discarding them. Excuse me, I've been a little sick lately. But yeah, so that's really the cool thing about having 2 hoppers. Now I know that Delonghi, hello to Greece, Spain, and France. Very nice. Norway. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Anyhow, I would say let's just keep going here. We've got this milk canister here. I was using it to just start priming this water filter. Let's get some water in here and turn the machine on. It might not fit your Love Ramic. So you know what? I recently got a Love Ramic. We can check that out. I was at the Coffee Expo in Frankfurt over the weekend, and that was pretty cool. And I was at the Sage stand, and thankfully they gave me a couple Love Ramic cups, Sage branded ones. Nice. So let me just pop this on. All right, good to go there. I'm gonna pour some water in. I do think it's really fun to do these unboxings with you guys live for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's fun to interact with you guys in the comments. And number 2, if I make 2 videos, one doing an unboxing and commissioning, and then a second one where I am doing like a deep dive into the machine, people tend not to watch the second one, only the first one. So I really have to, for the more produced videos, I have to wait and do like one live like this, and then do the more deeper one not live. I'll show you the dimensions. It's a built-in water filter. Yes. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go dump this, and then we'll get started, and I'll show you the dimensions. Well, I can dump it right here. All right. Okay. So. Now, one thing I kind of don't understand is why Delonghi's only selling this in Europe. I see it in Germany and I see it in the UK. I don't see it in the States. That's really goofy. I don't know why Delonghi always does that. So here we got 20 centimeters from this edge to this edge. Now, if we add the water tank, I think we got about 24, 25 centimeters. The height without the bean hopper is 30 centimeters. With the bean hoppers, it's about 37, 38 centimeters. And the depth, that's important too. The depth is about 45 centimeters. So the depth is about the same as all the Superautomatics, but I don't know, it just looks a little bit nicer to have the water tank, I think, here on the side. It's kind of interesting anyway. New design, so I think at this point, we could probably just go ahead and get going. Plug it in. Now the display's on the top. It's quite unfortunate that I can't show you guys. It's just asking me for the language, and now it's asking for time. I'm just going to set that up later. And now it's telling me to get things going, fill the water tank up to max level and insert it. I did. Insert the water spout. You'll find one in the pre-ground coffee compartment. Okay, so that's what this is. I think for the first commissioning, come on now. For the first commissioning, we have to use this to, there we go, to commission the machine. So we're gonna purge some water through there, just like so. Next. Okay, please check that the grinder setting is at 5. You got it. 5, if it isn't, change it. Next. Make sure you remove the protective lid from the grinder before inserting the bean hopper. I did that, I removed it. It is this right here. They put this cover on there. I removed it already. Next, make sure the 2 arrows under the bean hopper are aligned. I think they mean here. It's actually not arrows, but rather dashes. So that's good to go. Please fill the bean hopper. All right. So these are my bean of choice. This is a M Espresso Martyr Mule coffee. The brand is Martyr Mule, and the model, or rather the bean roast, is M Espresso. It's pretty reasonable price. They're freshly roasted. They're good. And I highly recommend them if you are in the German-speaking region of Europe. No matter what, you gotta always use fresh beans. That's so important. All right, did that. Now it's saying insert the bean hopper and rotate it to the lock position. It's already done. Going to run some rinses to clean and heat up. Please place a 0.2 liter container under the spouts. Ready to start? Heck yeah, I am. There it comes. Retail price, yeah, I think they're about 700 or 800 euros, which is why I waited. I was hoping to get a deal. What I like to do is buy them used on Amazon Warehouse, but I didn't find any deals. Luckily, and actually this is, you can call this a sponsored video because Delonghi did send this to me. But yeah, after a long time, Delonghi finally sent me one, which I'm thankful for because they're quite expensive. And I will say one thing. When I'm choosing which machines that I want to review, I have to look at it from a business standpoint. The machines have to amortize after a certain amount of time. So if I do a totally unpopular machine and it costs me, let's say 500, but the video doesn't get very many views, well then I've just spent a ton of money on that machine, and then I have to, you know, get rid of it, and it doesn't amortize over time. So anyway, let's see, I think we're just about finished. Note, I have a steam outlet on the top to keep me cool and dry. Ah, this part here, of course, that's always where the steam escapes after the puck is ejected. It's saying keep me cool and dry. Do not cover this area. So if you cover this, it's gonna mold big time. And also, if you leave the pucks inside, it's gonna mold really quickly. So I really recommend that you don't do that. Okay. Next, it's saying, in case of issues inserting the hopper, ensure there are no coffee residue. Oh, that's wrong. There is no coffee residue in the insert area. Fine, it's all fine. To make sure I give you the right maintenance info, start the water hardness level. Oh my gosh, there's so many steps. It's asking me to do the water hardness test. I know I'm at like level 4, the hottest. Okay, water hardness set correctly? Yeah. Okay, the technicalities are done. Let's get to know one another. Oh my gosh. How many people use this? 4? I wish I could show you guys this. There's so much going on here. Give me a second, please. I wonder if I could adjust this, if you might be able to see it. Hold on. Yeah, I think I can try to adjust it. Screw it. I'm gonna give that a shot. Does that work? No. I have to lift this up quite a bit. Ah, shoot. It's not working. I'm gonna have to do that another time. Just give me a second. Alright. I'd like to give you guys an overview, but it's just not gonna happen right now. Okay, so I'll show you a quick video tutorial. All I want to do is make a drink. So it's showing me all kinds of drinks, cortado, espresso, coffee. It's shifting back and forth. Swipe through the many different drinks. Yeah, okay. I just want to get started. You can immediately see the blah, blah, blah by pressing the drinks personalization button. Okay. Let me see how much battery do I have on my computer? Just 20%, not that much. Do I think that the screen control is good up here? Not really. I think it would be better to have it in the front because I have heard of examples of people being shorter or in wheelchairs and up on the top. That's not going to work for them. Welcome to the coffee routine function. No, thank you. For other useful info, scan the QR code. Okay, you're all set. You deserve a great coffee. Well, thanks. I think so too. All right, so now we could make a coffee. I want to try espresso, and if you tap on it, you can choose the intensity. So the intensity has 5 levels. I'm going to set it at 5, and let's see, excuse me, let's see how long it's going to grind for. I'm actually not going to even try the first one. We're going to let 1 or 2 of them out, and then we're going to take a look and see. 'Cause we have to get the grind down, and we have to get enough beans through the grinder, through the chute, kind of fill all those voids. Okay, I'll put this scale there so that you can see it. We're going to use that in just a minute. I'm going to try another espresso. What? Okay, 0. Five, 10, 17. Stops at 30, that's all right. Okay. Well, let's give it a shot now. Let's see what it looks like with the 3rd shot after being commissioned. Come on, tear. I'm using a new scale here. Just tear. There we go. All right, and let me see. I got my chronograph watch on about the grinding time. 0.3 frames per second, that bad. That's a shame. Okay. Yeah, 27 grams. At least it's doing a pretty decent ratio there. So I ground for about 8 seconds, which I'm guessing gives me about probably 11 or 12 grams of coffee. So I think I'm gonna do it. Frame drops. I don't know what to tell you guys. Sometimes it's good, other times it's not so good. I'm gonna do one more, and I'm going to adjust the. I think I'm gonna adjust it back down to 3.5. Thank you for that. So you can still see what's happening. I'm happy about that. I wanted to try with an Ethernet cable. Kind of the problem is I have a MacBook that I'm streaming from, and the MacBooks, the new ones only have USB-C. They don't have any Ethernet ports on them, which is a pain in the butt. My dongle doesn't have an Ethernet port either. What are you gonna do? All right, now we're gonna try at a grind at 3.5. Pre-infusion. Oh crap. Just about stalled that son of a gun. About the price of a Dynamica. When you get too old to use your King grinder, you might consider Superautomatic. The Goldcraft upgrade? I don't know. I don't know what the Goldcraft upgrade is. But you can see it's possible to even just about stall this thing. I'm at 3.5 there, which is pretty nuts. So fresh beans and a grind of 3.5, and I've just about stalled it. But I do also think that sometimes it grinds a little longer. I felt like that was longer than 8 seconds. It's not that consistent, is what I will say. Well, let's just see. Give it a little taste test. Don't really want to comment too much yet on it. It's a little bit thin. I think I have to do some more adjusting on the grinder. Obviously, that shot took a long time. But we're getting a little closer. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just about out of battery. And I think because of the drop frames, I'm going to probably cut the video off here. And I'm going to do a full review once I've tested everything. I'll do a multicam one where you can see from the top, so you can see the display and everything. The display's nice. I mean, it's a nice color display. It's actually pretty quick too, so it's quite nice. I'm gonna test out the switching of the canisters and all of that stuff. Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing probably in the next week or two, and I'll come back, excuse me, at some point with the video. Thank you for sticking with me up until this point. I do appreciate it. I know that it's a bit annoying with the frame rate and sometimes the sound's not very good, but I think it has to do just with my internet connection, which is not awesome. The Let Explore Cold Carafe unlocks cold drinks. Yeah, okay. All right, you guys. Anyway, thanks a lot for being with me. Until next time, I say happy coffee drinking and happy espresso drinking. Bye now.